I'm sorry, what? Guy demands girlfriend put down her horse because he thinks she should prioritize their relationship. First of all, red flag. Second of all, you're going to want to stay tuned for this entire story because there's a lot of twists. And that final twist, wow. AITA for refusing to sell my horse. The OP in this case has been riding horses since she was 4 years old. At 12, the stable owner said she needed to sell a horse named Lady, and she was lucky enough for her parents to buy her Lady. The horse. Enter the crazy boyfriend. Upon first meeting and when they first started dating, she told them that she was into horses and that taking care of a horse requires a pretty huge time commitment. And he was like, yeah, cool. Where she would spend about 3 to 4 hours per day in the stable, which I think is actually on the low end. I've known people that spend a lot more time with their horses. And in the stable, she has a lot of friends who also board their horses there. So being there is also a great social place. A community, if you will. When they first started dating, she started reducing her time out at the barn to like 3 hours every other day, which is a pretty big cut. After about 6 months, he told her she spent too much time at the stable and should prioritize their relationship. And even his family jumped in on the hate session. Another red flag. So now, even when she goes just once in a while, he gets mad and ignores her for days, the silent treatment. And then he does the unthinkable. He tells her it's time to sell your horse. And that's a big no. She then laughed and asked if he was serious, to which he said he was. Horrifically enough, threw in the old line about her not prioritizing them, and then said, oh, she's old anyway, maybe you should just put her down. That sentiment is horrible. To which he says any reasonable person would do that in favor of their relationship. Says a psychopath, yes. So Reddit told her she was anti-A, which was obvious, but also told her she needed to get out of there as soon as possible because that's an abusive relationship. She had explained further how he wanted to isolate her from her family, exert more control over her. She finally decided to call it quits, luckily, and got out, had her brother help her pack her stuff, and took off. And of course the guy calls after her because he's lost his control and says, what did I do? Over just a little disagreement? Then she got in touch with his ex-girlfriend and she told her all sorts of horrible things, I'm sure. Then a year later she updates saying that he had gone through aggressive outbursts that she didn't disclose before. Yelling, throwing things, pushing, grabbing, all signs of an unhealthy relationship. And now for the twist. That week, she had found out that her ex-boyfriend had been arrested for unaliving his girlfriend. The girlfriend he met after OP broke up with him. So in this case, you could say she dodged a bullet, literally. And I will add, if you or someone you know is in this type of relationship, share this information with them.